sleepy. I'm sleepy. Happy affiliate anniversary. Thanks, bro. You can't cheer your own channel. Good to know. Alright. Let's get to work. I'm only gonna put in 90 minutes this morning because one, I extended my deadline. Yeah. One, I extended my deadline for getting this done because I'm my own boss and there's no consequences not getting it done at a certain time. You know, there it is. And then the second thing is we got the Lodos Wars OVA watch party today from noon to 6, and then from 8 to probably late at night we've got the finale of the Harrowing. So it's gonna be a busy day. It's gonna be a busy day. Hey, good morning, dude. Yeah, so since it's gonna be such a busy day, I did still want to get in a little bit of prep this morning and keep the routine, but I'm also going to be making this is a gentle orange, sort of started everyone on this path, but they were like, what kind of themed food could I make for this marathon? And if it, trust me, I was hooked immediately. So Nick's whipped up some very fine recipes, and I refined those recipes, and we're gonna make them. I'm not gonna stream making them, as David suggested. That would be very smart, because I never picked up the equipment for that. You're playing WoW Midnight? I just watched the 2-minute trailer for that to get 700 orbs for Discord, because I was going to watch it anyways, so I'll take 700 orbs for it. I dislike paying for Discord and then being advertised to, but that's capitalism. They got hot Void Elf lady back with the feet. I guess she rubs her feet all over this guy, and he gets like snake tattoos or something. I wasn't 100. I didn't watch it actively. I mean, I did watch it. The storyline seems interesting. I mean, from what I just said, I agree. I'm not a foot guy, but this woman is apparently pretty famous for her feet. Anyways, let's focus on get some prep done. All right. When we left off, yeah, so sleepy today. Oh yeah, I also have to take my blood pressure. Should I just do my blood pressure right now while I'm thinking about it? Yes, I could. Yeah, apparently my blood pressure was getting kind of high. So like any ADHD person faced with a problem, I got hyper focused on solving it, and I already lowered it by like, I don't know, 30 something points in less than 2 weeks. So, you know, anything's possible, I guess. All right. Then gotta take a picture of the results. And here we go. Sorry, I'm not supposed to talk while I do it. Okay, 135 over 84. It's not great, but if that gives you any idea of how bad it was, you know what I'm saying? So then I'm supposed to wait a minute and then do it again. But if you were curious, I don't know if it can reach. I got this thing on my arm. Yeah, I got it. I got it off of Amazon. It's apparently like for a doctor's office. It's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, in that you're getting old and you have to do all this shit to take care of yourself. When I wasn't old, when I was still in my, I want to say in my 20s, I was a sous chef, and one of the other sous chefs was a kid. I mean, it was a kid named Joe, and Joe had diabetes so bad that he had to shoot up insulin, just like shoot it up with like syringe and little vials, like ding ding, like little vials of insulin. And I thought to myself, like, damn, to be barely 20 years old and you got to be shooting up multiple times a day for health. So like stuff like that, you know, it kind of helps me as I'm getting older. Be like, you went a long time without having to do a lot of the bullshit that other people have to deal with. So, oh, hold on, I'm gonna hit the button again. Oh, there we go. 128 over 80. I am not shitting you. I was like 160 over 90 something 2 weeks ago. It was really bad. All right. Nice. Nice. Yeah, sorry. I got so much going on today that anything, and I don't take any ADHD meds on the weekends anymore. So anytime I can remember to do something, I just act on it immediately on the weekends. Whoa. Okay. Let's see. Mod audit. Here we go. We left off at PF2e tool belts. Holy shit, y'all. Yeah, that's a big mod. That is a big mod. PF2e tool belt took over 2 hours to go over all the settings, but you know what? I made it to the end. I made it to the end, and it was a lot. I still haven't gotten any confirmation from any other Pathfinder 2e GMs that they have gotten Droppeth to work. So I don't know if it does. Yeah, I don't know if it does. So yeah. Did I remove Crunch from my party? All right, that was an earlier batch. All right. I have an extra note here that says to check that. All right. Okay. PF2e. Tool belt. All right. So next up is Troop Helper. All right. So I like Troop Helper. I really do. It works for me 95% of the time. Not bad. So yeah, I'm a fan. All right. I'm going to take a picture of these settings. Oh, I'm going a little out of order this morning. I'm going to find it over here. There we go. And we're going to go to PF2e Troops Helper. All right. right now, it's like list of modules with some info. That's great. Thanks. PF2e troop helper. I didn't know if this was required or not to actually maintain a GitHub for your stuff, but this Razor guy is kind of like, it's whatevs. All right, last time this mod was maintained, 1 month, 2 weeks ago. Dash, honestly, not too bad. Been maintaining it for 1 year and 4 months, so that's great. And then it says here, convert troop token into linked tokens. 1 actor for 1 troop. Uses macros. Seems good. So this is going to be a gameplay enhancement and macros. All right, and it's going to say this. All right, and then I'll put needs, macros, work. And I know it works because I just set up a really cool encounter for one of my games with troops. So, all right. That was easy. There's really not much to do about this one. So I'll close that, and I don't think it has any. Nope. Doesn't have a thing. So that's that. All right, let's move on to the next one. PF2e usage updater. All right. Grab this. Maybe we need more energy. It could be like PF2e usage updater. But I don't think I can maintain that for the next 80 minutes or so. Let's put this in. Okay. And this simple module exists to update item uses of the party for items that can only be used every X. Okay. Refresh party actions on time update. When time is progressed, we'll track and refresh party actions when enough world time has passed for them to be up again. Limitation. The cooldown for refresh starts whenever you first reduce your action's use, so take that as you will. Okay. I mean, that fucking makes sense. Note, actions with a cooldown of day refresh on taking rest for the night. This is a base PF2e feature, not 24 hours. Turn and round are also handled by the system in combat. So show how long actions refresh. This is also customizable for visibility and tool tips. I like that. All right, so this is a block enhancement, UI enhancement. I don't know if it's really a gameplay enhancement. I guess it kind of is, but I don't know. I have no category for these tags. I just want to be able to like quickly look at them and be like, oh, okay. All right, let's head back in. PF2e usage updater. It's got 5 settings. Include canvas tokens on time-based refresh. When enabled, will not just check the party, but also all tokens on the canvas. I like that. To see the refresh of their uses. Note, this will have performance implications if you have a large amount of actors. Automate Aeon Stone. Pearly White Spindle. Automates the healing for the Aeon Stone Pearly White Spindle. Currently only out of combat. Sure. Show cooldown icons in your inventory. Yep. Show only for GMs. Locks the feature to add icons that show the cooldown as a GM only feature. Why would that matter? I want my players to be able to fucking wipe their own asses. How to show time remaining based on the set. Can you just show? Can you show everything? All units, full unit name. Yeah. Yeah, give me all the deets, son. I'm sure this looks like ass, but that's okay. We're gonna go here. And I'm gonna save it. Maybe it will require a restart. It did not. Settings. Settings. Also, we forgot the hotkeys. Let's go grab those. Hotkeys. None. Clickable. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't think this one has hotkeys either. Okay. If that's the case, can I check somebody's stuff? This guy's probably raging, right? Let's see. I want to see a cooldown use. Orc ferocity. It would be mean if I use that. I could use Gorbs though. Where fucking Gorb go? Gorb, where are you? All right. So action. All right. Orc ferocity. Use. He used it. He's got a little clock. I mouse over it. It says 1 day. All right. It's doing the job that it was hired to do. Good enough for me. Let's open it back up. All right, we're done with that one. Let's move on to the next one. PF2e Visioner. This one is a bit complicated. Let's see. I think I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not 100% sure everything it does, which is part of why we're doing this mod audit. All right. Advanced visibility and cover toolkit. This would definitely be a gameplay enhancement. All right. There is the website. All right. PF2e Visioner is a comprehensive visibility and cover toolkit for Pathfinder, blah, blah, blah. It provides granular control over what each creature can see, automates PF2e perception mechanics, and offers an intuitive user experience for both GMs and players. Wow. What a sales pitch. I'm going to install it right now. Already has it installed. All right. So, can you tell me more? Tell me more. All right. So, that was not... Okay. Important notes regarding automation. PF2e Visioner's automated perception and cover system use information hard-coded into the current scene, such as walls and lighting, as well as actor traits and effects. These systems are easily toggled off in the settings and are designed to be as easy to override as possible while enabled. No Foundry scene can be pre-hard-coded with all the information needed to replace the creative interpretation of a map or GM discretion. Well, thank God for that, I guess. The Automatic Visibility System, AVS, and the Auto Cover Systems are designed... do these have their own pages? 'Cause that would be crazy. oh no. Oh, it's just part of the same page. Okay. Are designed to provide recommended rules-informed baselines to save GM more time and effort managing visibility and cover. They aren't intended to replace adjudication process entirely. Thank God for that. Some users may want to accept cover and visibility calculations unconditionally at times to expedite gameplay, but please recognize the trade-off. The algorithm may not fully consider all the conditions in your imaginary world. We ask users to consider this both as you play and as you submit bug reports and features requests. Warning, there is a known edge case where AVS is enabled in which tokens on the very edge of another token's Foundry line of sight may have vision states applied by AVS that are inconsistent with how Foundry Core measures the visibility of the token. The degree to which might negatively affect immersion depending on the preferences of your table, but we strongly encourage you to read more about the phenomenon in the known issues section of this document. Fuck. Alright. Basics. Visioner, Manager, and Action Dialogues. The scope of PF2e Visioner is comprehensive, but the core features are few and straightforward. Many users will be able to leverage most of what they need from the module if they are familiar with the Visioner Manager. The core menu for manually adjusting observation and cover pair relationships between tokens and understand the additions we make to stealth and cover related actions. Okay. Visibility state icons and tooltips. Visibility state icons. In dialogue and tooltips, Visioner makes use of the following font awesome icons to represent different visibility states. Okay. Green eyeball, observed. Not signified with tooltips. Oh no. Yellow cloud, concealed. Orange, no eyeball, hidden. Red ghost, undetected. Other symbols used in Visioner include sense icons that appear near visibility states to indicate what sense is being used to perceive a target, and cover icons which show degrees of cover. Hover tooltips. Observation and vision tooltips. Visioner implements tooltips to show the observation state between tokens and the sense used for perception at a glance. These tooltips show badges above observing tokens when you hover over a target. By default, the GM sees tooltips, but other users may have them enabled in the settings. Visibility observation tooltips can act on mouse hover. By default, tooltips are turned off for players. You may have one token selected, but quickly hover over another token to better understand its observation and relationships. Tooltips do not override visibility shapes in Foundry, so regular players will not see tokens or tooltips that they are unable to see through their own token vision. Even with tooltips enabled, players will not see the indicators for undetected tokens. That's a good distinction. Okay. Target mode. By default, tooltips quickly show how a target is being hovered, how a target token being hovered over appears to observe tokens within the viewport. This can be useful if you spend a lot of time in GM view. Well, shit. I don't know if I have this fucking turned on. It says enable hover tooltips. Allow player tooltips. Remove target hover tooltips from players. Shared vision indicator. Controls the size of the floating shared vision indicator button. Let's go with medium so maybe we can see it. Tooltip size. Choose tooltip size. Affects icon and border text accordingly. Colorblind mode. Debug mode. Alright. Maybe I have too many things, but it sure as fuck don't look like it's working. Let's go to a map. Go to outdoor encounters, the road. Okay. So let's see. Rock. Can you see everybody? You can. How come I don't get little icons to let me know that you can see? Maybe it's in the sub menu. Ah, the sub menu, of course. All right. General token HUD button. This adds a button to Foundry's token HUD for opening up Visioner Manager. Okay, what does it look like? Looks like a man peeking from his eyes. Okay. All right. Mako, do you have? Yes, you do. Okay. So you can see these other people. There's a lot of people. I can tell you that they are not visible anymore. Show only encounter tokens. Ignore allies. Hide Foundry hidden tokens. What the fuck? I didn't think that those two were hidden. They're right there. Why are you not able to see everybody else and only these birds? It's very strange to me. All right, what about you, Boule? You also can only see these birds. What? Why can you only see these birds? Is it because I don't have any players logged in? That'd be weird. Alright. Visioner scene controls adds specific Visioner features as buttons to token controls and wall controls on the left sidebar. If it did, I don't see them. I don't know what TA quick edit mode is. What about my wall controls? Toggle hidden wall. Is that the button you're talking about? Oh. Visioner quick edit tool. Adds a button to token control sidebar to open the Visioner quick edit tool. I don't know where it fucking is. Because these are token controls. We got clocks, we got elevation, turn from break, find token, blood spat, create troop, clear blood, token attacher, pathfinding, snap size, clear all targets, pixel perfect hover. I don't know what that is about. I wonder what pixel perfect hover means. Show sequence database, show sequencer manager. Oh, there it is. It's a lightning bolt, not like an eyeball or something, you know. Fucking Visioner. Lightning bolt. Cycle token cover on selected token. I kind of like that. Let me see. Is it applying the cover? I'm hitting the button. Did you get anything? Let me see that armor class. It says 20. Okay. And that ain't doing shit. Alright, so that didn't do anything. Players might be it. Also, Visioner lags so much for me, I removed it. Yeah, yeah. I just want it for the cover calculations. I don't know if I need it to do all this other shit that it's promising. Seems very complicated. And also, I mean, I'm not seeing anything actually work, so there's that. This could be that this Ameko does not have. No, I mean she's a fucking actor. She's got stuff. What's this button do? Quick edit, selected and targeted. Okay, so Ameko, can you see the Sandpoint Devil? Let's find out. Quick editor. The Sandpoint Devil has greater cover against a Mako and is also concealed. What is this? Swap observer in target mode? Okay. So now if I go to her and I open her stuff, it didn't update anything. It still wants these two fucking birds. Alright, I'm gonna kill these birds. These fucking birds out of here. Alright, reset mode. No tokens available in the scene? You don't see any tokens here? Hold on. Is this because you don't have vision enabled? Let me see. No, you have vision enabled. Alright. You're absolutely killing me. So, Visioner tool is not actually seeing anything in this scene. There's a lot to see in this scene for them to not see anything. Cover. What? Alright. Alright. What if I hid somebody? Alright. Like here's Shaylu. Okay. And she's going to stealth. Right? Doesn't do anything yet. Okay. What is the point of this? Hidden wall indicator width, default width in pixels for hidden wall indicator. Dim lighting threshold. The default threshold for determining dim lighting. Value below this threshold are considered dim light. This can be overridden per scene. Okay. Why? Okay. Darkness is a 0 to 1, with 1 being the most. So you saying that 0.25 darkness is enough to cause dim light? That's aggressively enforced. No, it says below this threshold, but like the values for darkness are positive values. So do they mean like 1 minus 2.5? So darkness of 7.5 or higher is considered dim light? Is that what they mean? I don't know. Visioner dialogue settings. Visioner manager role comparison. Adds a role comparison column to Visioner Manager, comparing the last relevant role versus DC. Sure. Not that any of this shit's working or doing anything, but turn it on. Set default, ignore allies. Set default, hide Foundry hidden. Determines whether the hide Foundry hidden checkbox in Visioner dialog starts enabled or disabled. Allow hidden undetected for sneak end position. When enabled, sneak end positions will also qualify if the target is hidden or undetected. In addition to the default concealed, a plus icon will appear in the dialog to indicate this extended qualification. Okay. I have to say that none of this makes any fucking sense at all. Not a single fucking thing makes sense. All right. Vision for NPCs. Yes. Camera vision aggregation. When enabled, camera accounts with observer permissions on multiple party tokens will display the best, most permissive visibility state across all controlled tokens instead of just the first token. Useful for streaming where camera needs to see what any party member can see. Hidden loot actors allows configuring of loot actors conditional visibility states within Visioner Manager. Loot actors, stealth DCs, hidden walls allows configuring of walls conditional visibility states. I still don't understand how a wall can be invisible. I don't know if they're talking about secret doors or what. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah. Advanced seek options. Use the seek template. When seeking targets, targets will be decided using a 15-foot burst template. Template button replaces standard Visioner buttons in seek chat cards. Can you only seek within 15 feet normally? PF2e. Can you only use seek within 15-foot radius? Question mark. No. Seek action allows you to scan an area for creatures. The size of the area is determined by the GM and is always 30 feet or less in any dimension. Okay, meaning this can be a 30-foot diameter circle, a 30-foot cube, or a 30-foot cone. Older rules reference a 15-foot burst. The current wording intentionally removes strict... Okay. Yeah, so we'll leave that off. Limit combat seek range. Targets will be decided based on the specified distance from the token using seek. No, they won't. Limit exploration seek range. Target will be decided based on the specified distance from token. Jesus Christ. Well, Doctor, which is it? Nah, it's 15-foot burst. Distance is decided by GM. So is it a 15-foot burst, or is the distance decided by the GM? Like, which is it? Because over here it says 30 feet or less in any dimension. This is from a Reddit post from November 22nd of 2023. Let's see. Cover. Enable auto cover. Restrict auto cover visualization to chat. Limits the use of auto cover visualization keybind to only be usable during active combat. No. I want all the time. GM token auto cover visualizer. GM will see the limits to the auto cover visualizer based on the token's vision. Yes? Oh, I see what you mean. Ignore, let's see, token auto covering. How cover is calculated based on tokens as blockers. Intersect 10% or more of blocker side. I do like that. Ignore undetected tokens. Nope. Ignore dead tokens. Yes. Ignore prone tokens. Yes. Ignore ally tokens. No. Wall auto cover settings. Percentage of target that must be blocked to grant standard cover. 50%. Walls allow greater cover. Wall greater cover 70%. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into it. All right, so that's fine. I like that. Then we've got. We do vision already. Yeah. AVS settings. Enable auto vision. Ah, maybe the reason that we don't have any of these fucking icons is because they're not turned on. AVS settings. Enable auto visibility system. Automatically set visibility flags based on lighting conditions and creature senses. This system will analyze scene lighting, token positions, and creature abilities to determine appropriate visibility states. This must be the thing that caused so much slowdown. Oh, invisible walls for cover? Oh, that would make sense, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. Suppress GM Vision warning. Client only. Don't show the GM Vision active warning banner when GM Vision prevents AVS. Disable line of sight ray casting. Disable line of sight ray casting for visibility. When enabled, visibility will only be calculated for selected tokens using their vision shapes. Visibility results within the visibility shape will be more accurate, but dark vision and unselected token results will only use distance and senses, ignoring walls and obstacles. Well, we certainly don't want that. Validate OVS override on turn change. When enabled, the system will check all AVS overrides at the start of each turn and display a validation indicator if any overrides are active. This helps ensure overrides remain accurate as combat progresses. Short thing. Skip timed override validation. When enabled, overrides with active timers are excluded from round change validation checks. This prevents round change prompts for temporarily overrides that haven't expired yet. Note, movement validation always skips timed overrides regardless of the setting. Jesus Christ. Okay. Advanced. Key binding opens manager in target mode. Open Visioner Manager in target mode rather than observer. The key binding. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let me turn this on and see if it breaks my fucking. Oh wait, when I turned it on, more options. Another option appeared. All right. AVS controls the size of the floating AVS changes indicator button and its tooltip. Okay. Auto visibility debug. Enable detailed console logging. Jesus Christ. Save? Save? I'm still not seeing anything. There's no fucking tokens. There's no nothing. Shaylu cannot see anybody else in this scene. Boulay can't see anybody. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. I must have another mod that is messing with it, I guess. It's very strange why it's not working. I guess I could do a just refresh, see if that fixes it. Alright. We're back in. Note, do not contain module tags. Okay. Alright. So it says how far away they are, whether or not they're harmed or not. Try combat. I found it worked in combat. I told it to work anywhere. It should work anywhere I want. I can't do a combat. I'm already in a combat. Alright. Don't look. Spoilers. Okay. Punch. Do you have icons, my man? Nope. Don't have no fucking content. It is running slow as shit, though. Like, there's some big slowdown. Alright. I can see a grabbed thing. That's new. I don't know if that's from this. Let me see. Control F. Grabbed. Nope. That's really cool. I've never seen this where it says who's grabbing who. That's cool. Sausage. Nope. No, there's no fucking icons. All right. Let's see. Grok he's in the middle of this shit. But Twilly is in a situation where she can't see everybody and people are gonna have all right. It is showing everybody now. So I guess it is only active combats. Alright. So Cruncher is completely undetected. Nobody has any cover? Nobody has any cover. Are you not... Really? You don't think Goblin Commando has cover from you? Alright. What is the button to see how things are going? That's the quick editor. What is this? Cycle cover. I don't think that's changing anything. It doesn't help that they all have the same exact name. I can't roll an attack. It's an active combat. Well, I guess I could roll an attack. That's fine. All right. Let's see. I don't think she has a ranged attack is the problem. It says he has lesser cover. Is the cover override. So it is calculating it, it's just not displaying that it's calculating it. So maybe one of my many other token UIs is shutting down that feature. Alright. Let's see. If there's a wall of 70% or more, they're supposed to have some cover. Alright. So let's see how it goes now. It says you can't even fucking see this dude now. Wow. Wait. I very briefly... Hey, wait! I can see some tokens now. What? What the fuck? Why is it giving them for this NPC, but not for the PCs? Nope, it's doing it now too. It just takes a second to like turn on, I guess. There's like a delay as it runs the math and calculates and everything. All right. So what do these icons mean again? Is there a guide to these tokens? Visioner. Teach me all the icons. What is the point if you don't tell me what they are? What does the moon mean? What does the moon mean? This is so fucking dumb. Okay. So this guy's got the moon. And this guy's got the moon inside the sun. Oh. Yeah, it is slow to calculate and turn on. Like, holy shit. Also, it is hard to see all the icons. Can you even see Korok down there? You can. Wouldn't it be beneficial to tell me how much fucking cover my target had? Is that weird to want that? No penalties. There's a fucking door in the way and 3 guys. You telling me there's nothing? Okay. Okay. I think you're a fucking liar, but that's alright. Alright, what if this dude, Gerlunk, what if he makes a stealth check? Alright. Does that change anything? Stealth check. Gerlunk. There's no way to, like, bank it and use it for later? Ugh. Overall, I think this is kind of shit. No cover, that's impossible. I can see all the things that would make it impossible for you to target him without him having cover. Man, this is ass. All right. What do I do about it? Obviously, I'm going to turn it off. Obviously, I'm going to turn it off. All right. Let's go back to... Let's go back here. Moon is darkness. Half sun is low light. Right? I don't know. You fucking tell me, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna fuck around with this thing. Nah, that's okay. Is there another mod that does cover calculation? PF2e cover calculation. Foundry VTT. Token cover. Or PF2e cover calculation is handled through a combination, blah, blah, blah. The top one is Visioner, which does include beautiful overlays. And then there's Levels Auto Cover, and then Alternate Token Cover. Okay. I thought the problem with alternate token cover is it wasn't being supported anymore. Let's see. 2 months ago? That's not too bad. This module provides options to calculate how much cover a targeted token has. In my opinion, just grab PF2e Keybind Menagerie. That is a good one too, bro. That's a good one too. Okay. So I'm going to add that to my list. Let's see. I used to have Keybind Menagerie because I remember I had K for cover because K wasn't being used for anything else. All right, I'm going to put on my before cloning add. I have add Emojify. And Emojify also has RPG numbers. Alright, so put add and audit. There we go. And then we're going to add back in PF2e Keybind Menagerie. Recommended elevated vision, wall height, alternate token visibility. Needed if you want token vision to exactly match token cover. So the point of Visioner, I think, was to like do what all these other mods used to do together. But like, I'm not. First of all, immediately upon turning it on, I noticed a drop in performance. So I don't really want any mod that's gonna cause performance issues. Alright, so we don't have a PF2e keybind installed right now. And I think I got rid of automated cover in favor of Visioner. Visioner... I got feels about it. Like, I don't mind it having the little colored buttons that you can toggle on when you're doing an attack. I think that's kind of cool, but... Yeah. I haven't had performance issues using it if I keep it limited to not actively calculating, and I just have it there for cover. But if you're only using it for cover, I guess it's not the end of the world. All right. So since none of the tooltips are working anyways, I guess I could just turn all that shit off. And then going inside, Visioner Manager role comparison font. Key binding opens manager in target mode. Yeah, I'm just not really sold on Visioner, period. Like, it looks good on paper. Looks good in the instruction manual. DMs may also hold a keybind to show how the hover token perceives others. In other words, tooltips will update to treat the hover token as the observer and surrounding tokens as its targets. In the following figure, holding the keybind while hovering over Ezrin illustrates how the tokens in low light appear to him. In the above case, automatic vision system is enabled, so the dimly lit tokens are concealed to Ezrin. Okay. So do I have to be using a fucking keybind for this? Keybind opens manager. Let's see. PF2 Visioner. That's a lot of hotkeys. Open Visioner Manager. Open Visioner Quick Panel. Let's see. Toggle observer mode for hover tooltips is O. So that could be why I wasn't seeing what I needed to see. Hold this key to switch hover tooltips to observer mode. Hold to override cover on quick rolls. Show auto cover overlay. Press to show auto cover badges for hover tokens. Why? Okay, so they've been on, but they only show up with the hotkey. Okay, let me turn them back on then. All right, let's head back over to the active combat. So I'm gonna hold down O. Oh, it's so slow. It's so slow, y'all. Alright. So she can't see that dude, he's around the corner. Alright. I mean, it is a pretty big map, and there are a lot of tokens on the map, and I am calculating for everybody on the map constantly, all the time, with lights and walls. Alright, yeah, you can't see anybody. That guy's in dim light, but he has... I'm just mad because I hate symbols that aren't explained. Let me scroll, see if I can see the symbols anywhere. Let's see. Icons and cover icons. Here we go. Alright, so a moon... Alright, Tremor Sense is an antenna. Life Sense is a heart monitor. Scent is what I can assume to be a nose. Hearing is an ear. Greater dark vision is a dark moon. Dark vision is a light moon. Low light vision is a moon inside a sun. See invisibility is a little man with lines shooting out of him. Normal vision is an eyeball. Echolocation is sound waves. Okay. So then you still got observed, hidden, concealed. Okay. So nobody in my party doesn't have dark vision. So that's another thing that's going to make it really hard to test. Sausage has low light vision. So, and it says they have low light vision. When they mouse over Regic, they can't see him at all because he is in the dark here. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. For a dungeon crawling game like Seven Dooms for Sandpoint, it might be worth the performance hit if you can get it to consistently work. Yeah, so she can't see this goblin at all? Is it because there's too much cover in between them? Is that the situation? Alright, let me see. I'm going to target her own goblin. And she's going to try to attack him with Divine Lance. There you go. Attack. She's got frightened. It says that he has lesser cover. Okay. And then if I roll, she just killed the shit out of that guy. Wow. Okay. So I get it now. I get it. I get it at least a little bit more than I had gotten it before. Show auto cover overlay. So yeah, I'm holding down G. Oh wow. I think I just crashed the whole world. Every time I hold down G, like Foundry stops moving. Let's see. That's crazy. Press to show auto cover badges for the hovered token. Or controlled token if none. Alright. Is it just not giving any... Yeah, so this one doesn't seem to be working. Hold for cover visualization. Oh, that's fucking cool. That's very cool. Okay. So you hold down Y and it kind of lets you know like what has cover and what doesn't. That's very neat. Okay, but I disagree that Korak is not receiving cover from Twilly. Like, hard disagree. But it might be calculating center of token to center of token. So, maybe. Let's see. Hold down Y. Alright. Like, all I'm getting from Korak is, like, his vision limits. Huh. No, that's pretty cool. I will admit, that's pretty cool. Alright. Time for an invisible wall? I mean, yeah, we could test an invisible wall real quick. Sure. Let's see. Invisible wall in front of my man, Tunch. Alright, Tunch. Can you still see your targets? Yep. Invisible wall does not impede this tool at all. So that's good. Speaking of which, I should probably delete this wall over here. Okay. Let's see. What? I didn't think you were allowed out of your pit, little man. Wow. Apparently, those walls are not doing the job. Let's see. Oh. Weird. Okay. I hate the slowdown. I do hate the slowdown a lot. So it's gonna have to be. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it. If it's bad enough, we obviously will turn it off. But I don't know. I feel like it could be better. It could be better. But it does do quite a few things that are, in fact, useful. So, for now, I think I'll leave it on just to see what happens. Well, I see what you mean. Like, would a window provide cover? Yeah, and that's where you just have to, like, override it yourself with, like, GM stuff. You just have to be like, nah, it's like this. No reason that you couldn't also use Keep-Eyed Menagerie at the same time. So, yeah. Alright. Alright. That's not too bad. I'm gonna keep it going for now. Mostly because the other option, which is alternate token visibility and alternate token cover, are not great. So we'll go ahead and stick with this. But I will note that it's terrible on performance. Terrible on performance. All right. And we go here. And so the settings, the initial settings are set up like this. So enable hover tooltips, visibility status tooltips. That's fine. We figured out what was going on with that. Allow player tooltips. That's fine. All that's fine. And then within these settings, we've got this stuff, which does seem to be calculating now. Just took a while. So terrible performance only seems to work in combat. Alright. And then we got vision here. Vision for NPCs. Hidden loot actors. I don't really think I need to worry about having hidden walls and hidden loot actors. I'm going to turn that shit off. I have this thing where I could just right-click a token and make it invisible for everybody, and then I can decide if you see it or not. Seems pretty fucking good to me. Cover. Enable auto cover. Restrict auto cover visualization to combat. To only be usable during active combat. Nope. GM auto token visualization. Blah blah blah. Okay. So for now, keep these settings. All right, and then we got AVS. Enable auto visibility system. Suppress GM warning. AVS changes indicator size. Control the size of floating AVS changes. Okay. Auto visibility debug mode. AVS only active in combat. When enabled, I mean, that would help a little bit with like just wandering around. Disable line of sight raycasting. Validate AVS override on turn change. Okay. Keep this for now. I might see if I can schedule some time with Dom, see what settings he's using from this, because he seems to think it's pretty cool. Key binding opens manager in target mode. I don't even know what that means, so we'll turn it off. And save. Alright, before I close this one out entirely, potentially conflicts with paste objects. Yeah, that would make sense. They have a button on them, so I don't really think I need a hotkey. I'm actually going to turn that off. Alright. So, here. I could also see why this would be very appealing for someone that wanted to run Starfinder, because Starfinder uses a lot more ranged combat. So being able to have a little help calculating concealment and cover and all that, being able to make special like walls to like hide behind during combat. Yeah, I could kind of see that being something you'd want. Okay. This also has a feature where you can say that a token provides passive cover to things near it. So if you did want to make like a barricade that you could hide behind, you could put an actor down for the barricade, and then being behind the barricade would give you better cover than normal. So like it does have some stuff that would be very useful for any kind of dungeon crawl campaign, and then definitely anything with a lot of ranged combat. Alright. Let's finish reading the instruction manual so that we have done our due diligence. I really wanted to be able to just mouse over things and see it, and I think that is being disabled by a different UI mod that we have. is the problem. Says by default, the GM sees tooltips, but other users may have them enabled in settings. Visibility observation tooltips act on mouse hover. By default, tooltips are turned off for players. You may have one token selected, but quickly hover over another token to better understand its observation relationships. Tooltips do not override visibility shapes in Foundry, so regular players will not see them. Blah blah blah. Observer view. Oh, absolutely. There's too many UI cooks in the kitchen. Absolutely. I am a big fan of UI mods. I like being able to click on Brog and just see all his shit. You know what I'm saying? I can see all his shit. Here's his saving throws. I could roll his saving throws off of his miniature. I can see his speed. I can see if he's in the party or not. I can see how many fucking hero points he has. I could give him a hero point from his token. That stuff means a lot to me, being able to do that. So if that's preventing me from this tool's UI from working, that's fine. I also like when my status icons wrap around it in a ring. You know what I mean? Like a little halo. So if that mod is preventing it from working, not gonna get rid of that mod either. Yeah. So it's weird. So all this is doing is just telling me what the vision is. It's not telling me the other stuff. I have to hit Y to kind of get a better idea of that information. O don't do shit. So there's definitely something preventing these graphics from showing. Yeah. Enable hover tooltips. It just don't work. Just don't work. Cover tooltip. Visioner provides another default keybind G to quickly show cover relationships between tokens, and that also doesn't do shit for shit, except completely freeze my game whenever I hit the G button. Just freezes the game entirely. Maybe it's trying to calculate. Oh shit! Okay, so the reason it freezes the game is because it is calculating, and it takes a long fucking time. So you just have to like sit there. I wonder if I hold down the O button for a long time, if it will work. Alright, here we go. Holding down the O button. Holding it down. Yep, there it is. Little red ghost appeared on the people that she can't see. Okay, so it does work. It's just so fucking slow. Like, more than a second. Like, I have to hold down that button. Alright. Now that I've hit it, is it going to stay on? It stays on for Twilly. So if I wanted to calculate for sausage, do I have to like select sausage and then hold O for 100 years? Come on, sausage. How long does it take, sausage? That's crazy that it takes that long to happen. Oof. Alright. Charging up. Okay. Well, I can't say that it doesn't work now. I can't say that it doesn't work. Does it work as well as I would like? Absolutely not. But it does fucking work. So there we go. We made it. We made it to the finish line. Okay. And apparently they aren't fucking around. They got big old icons right here. Make sure you know what's going on. If they only show up temporarily, I mean, they might as well be big. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if we only see them like once in a while, might as well make them big. All right. G. Nice. Okay. Is that really as large as it goes? Bro. Maybe there's more settings to make it even bigger. Let's see. Nope, I think that's it. Alright, extra large it is. Shared vision indicator controls the size of floating shared vision indicator button. Yeah, man, make that big too. Since you only show up on a toggle anyways. Alright. And that might also be a reload to see. Nope, that is bigger. Alright. Why not just show both? You know what I'm saying? Is that like, am I being greedy right now? Alright. Yeah, there is definitely a like pause. Like you gotta hold that button down to get it to trigger. Almost 2 full seconds. You might think, Crash, you're being a baby. You're being impatient. That's crazy. Listen. When you hit a hotkey, you expect the hotkey to do something. You don't. I don't know. I'm not used to having to hold down a hotkey and then wait for it to do something. Okay. So let's see. Right? Even like the lighting and the stat, like everything's just like, hold on. Okay, here you go. And if you don't know to wait for that, then yeah. Cover visualization. Alright, so these guys do their job. Player target mode overlay, control token only. What's that do? Alright. Alt. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Question mark? Oh, maybe it is only for. Is this only for players? Controlled tokens. Ah, okay. I don't have a controlled token because I'm not a player. All right. Action results dialog, auto cover, AVS, Foundry invisible. When the module uses a flag, blah blah blah. Okay. So the last thing I want to check is if I do Foundry invisible. Where is he? He's gone. Do they have a chance to see this dude at all with this mod? I think that was alternate token visibility that did that. Okay. Overall, slow. Very slow. But it does the job. So that's a success. We have 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes before we're out of time for the day. So let's go to the next one. The next one would be... No! It's Workbench. Workbench is going to take about 2 hours. So we're not going to try to do Workbench in 10 minutes. In that case, let's see. I'll leave a note. I will leave a note. Okay. PF2e Workbench. Big boy will require an hour more. Alright. So yeah, Workbench. Jesus. Okay. Workbench only has 20 settings, but if you notice, the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they all have sub menus. So like it's pretty deep. It's not tool belt deep, but it's pretty deep. And it's also going to have some very large changes that it makes that interact with other stuff. So we're going to want to keep track of that. All right. In that case, we'll jump down to token lean. So above token lean is token wildcard. So we'll just pivot in that direction. All right. Token wildcard. Here we go. Also called token HUD wildcard for some reason. Put it there. And grab this. That. And this is another UI enhancement. Okay. So it's a great mod. It should be a core feature. I don't know why it isn't. There it goes. This Foundry adds a button for token HUD if the token has randomized wild images activated in more than one image. All right. So this is actually a token HUD enhancement. Alrighty. So going back in, token HUD wildcard, display as image. Disable to display wildcard options as a list of their file names. That's not fun. Disable tooltips. Disable to not display image names in the tooltips. In the HUD. Autoplay video previews. Animate changes. Parse file names. Right-click to randomize. If enabled, right-clicking the wildcard HUD will select a random image. I didn't know it did that. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so Gurakums. Right click. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, that's neat. Let's see. Right click to share. If enabled, right-clicking an image in the wildcard will open up that image in a pop-up for sharing. Oh, that's... I didn't know it did that either. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay. I had no idea. Those are all great features. Let's see. So, we'll put settings. And we'll put that. Technically, those settings are also hotkeys, because the right-clicking something is a hotkey. So I'm going to put that. Right-click features. Right-click main button to randomize. That's fucking huge! For townsfolk, what? Hold on a s- wow. Okay. There's been a randomizer button the whole time. Holy shit. Okay. It's good to know. Right click previewed image to open it larger in pop-up. Alright. Are there actual hotkeys though? Does not look like it. Alright. That's great news. I'm really glad to find that out. Thank you. Thank you for that. Alright. Then we got token color marker. Alright, I'm a big fan of token color marker. Quite a big fan. Let's see. Oh, we should probably check out Wave Dice before we do that. I I don't think wave dice does anything special besides just give you wave dice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see. I gotta go down to. How far down is it? It's above Wayfinder. Okay. Wave dice by Ripper 93. Okay, so this is a dice. This is a paid. Just adds some super sexy animated textures for 3D dice. I am a little curious what they look like. This is, oh my god, a full reload for this? All right, let's go. If you could fill your dice with blood, that'd be kind of cool. Got a lot of cooking to do this morning. A lot of cooking. Cooking up some meat pies and meat skewers. A lot of meat. Honey cakes for dessert. Sounds wonderful. Alright. Let's go to Dice So Nice. I wanna see what I got. Where's Dice So Nice? 3D dice. Where are these wave dice? I want to see them. Acquired taste. Fluffy clouds. How does one access these fine 3D dice? Download new themes. Oh, you know what's cool about self-hosting? I can make my own dice now. So that's kind of cool. Dice presets. Maybe they're in here. Dark Deeds, Rollsmith, 7 Dooms for Sandpoint. You have special dice for 7 Dooms for Sandpoint? Whoa, they look so cool. Wow. Alright. Can they change color? Yeah. They are what they are. That's still very cool though. How do they look? Yeah, those are dope. Okay. It doesn't actually help me find these wave dice though. Alright, let's see. Wave dice by Ripper 93. Okay, they're under textures. Alright. So you gotta go to like basic bitch, standard dice. There you go. And we go to texture. The waves are allegedly here somewhere. Okay, waves. There are a lot of them. Alright, sand. Hey man, I thought these were fucking animated. Alright, let's see. Galaxy? Oh. These aren't animated. I mean, they look nice. But, and there's a lot of them. Okay. It's cool. I kind of thought they were going to be like 3D with like liquid inside. I don't know why I thought that, but that's what I thought was going to happen. Okay, let me go back here then. Just add some dice. Just add some more. Definitely not super sexy animated. more textures. All right. In that case, I will. I'll just go with the official adventure dice because they look really fun. All right, that brings us to 9 o'clock. I gotta go. I hope everybody has a great weekend. If you're hanging out in our private watch party for Record of Lotus War today, then I'll see you then. If you're coming back tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to watch the finale of The Harrowing, maybe I'll see you in chat. Otherwise, I'll be back Monday to do some prep for Stolen Fate. Tuesday for Seven Dooms for Sandpoint, Thursday for Skyhaven, and then Saturday we'll be back here to do some more work in Foundry. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.